Hey everybody, we're here in the showroom at H&H, and I wanted to talk quickly because somebody asked a question. They saw us doing a video about something else, and they said, hey, what's all the stuff in the background? So I thought I'd just talk about it for just a second. This is what we call Wally's service station. Yeah, it's Wally's service station off the Andy Griffith Show. So growing up, I watched all kinds of Andy Griffith, and Herman built this. This was part of, a lot of the stuff is his collection. Some of it's mine now as well. Just stuff that we've acquired over the years of various different automotive memorabilia and whatnot. So we thought, and we have our own Gomer and Goober inside there working on a carburetor. He's not getting a lot done because he's been doing it forever. But this is just stuff, we've collected. Obviously, these are some Wayne model gas pumps. Herman restored those a couple of years ago. I picked this up at a show, and honestly, it was kind of weird. I opened it up when we got home, and it was literally full of oil cans. Didn't know that when I bought it because it wasn't open when I bought it. This is an old antique floor jack. Herman restored this. A cousin of mine, John Smith, found this in a barn on a piece of property he had and gave it to us. And this is an old antique air bumper jack that I'm wanting to say it's probably 50s model, maybe early 60s at best. So we restored it, just something neat, to do. This, if you walk around here, you'll see this is an oil storage tank is what this is. So you had different weights of oil or different brand, whatever, and then customer would get this was like at the pump. You would push that, and this is their anti-drip mechanism. So you did that, pumped it full, how much ever they wanted, and then poured it in the car. That's a bigger one down there. And then you also had these you could keep filled. These are old glass ones. These are actually NOS, never been used. Found them out on a state auction. But you would fill that up, and this was 1 quart. So instead of having bottles or cans like we did back in the day when I was growing up, you did that. And that's just an old antique Coke machine, obviously, that belonged to a good friend of ours that we got it when she passed away. And then if you come into the service station, you got Goober in here working on a looks like a Carter AFB. And then this is just other stuff. Bought this from a friend here a while back. Obviously an old antique Sun tune-up machine. And then you can just see it's just parts, things that we've acquired. Some of it was parts out of the original Smith Automotive that got left over. Oh man, what else? Got that from a friend of ours who used to work at Prestone. Kind of a cool thing, these old Haviland Texaco cans, they're still full. These actually belong to my grandfather. And when he passed away, and then when my grandmother later sold the farm, my dad hung on to them, and I just thought that's kind of neat. But, third generation of Herman Smiths now own the same can. Guess we don't ever get rid of anything. But just different stuff, and, bought these at like a swap meet. You find them, wheel bearing grease and stuff of that nature. It's just, it kind of all goes with the H&H. And then somebody brought us this cash register. I don't know where they got it, but here's another cool deal. This was my dad's lunchbox when he was going to automotive school, and even before that when he worked at other places. Obviously you see the HS on the end of it. And then I actually carried this a little bit when I was in school even. So again, we never get rid of anything in this family. I just thought that was kind of cool. Yeah, what else? Obviously, it's a small room, but it's just like I said, it's just stuff that we've collected over time. And had this. Somebody brought this when we had the original Smith Automotive. It's a calendar, and you switch the days, switch the months, and we used that for years. And then later on, I was in Iowa at a restaurant and saw another one identical to it. And I like fell over. I thought that was really cool. Some of the old original labor manuals. What else? Oh, here's another, down in the floor, there's another set of the quart oil can still in the box there. We got hung on old antique adding machine, obviously. Just stuff. It's just things that kind of go with what we do, and we just kind of, like I said, we don't ever get rid of anything. But when we built this new building 15 years ago, we kind of had this idea, and we built it in pieces out there and then brought it in and assembled it. And this door, actually, again, we never throw anything away, is out of the original Smith Automotive building that we tore down back here on this same piece of property coming up on 20 years ago. And then I don't remember where we got that, but then my brother-in-law made this sign for us and put that in. I don't know, just kind of stuff. Thought I might talk about it for just a second, of some interesting things here in the showroom.